Hello, welcome to Susie Unshaped. I'm Susie, and this is where we unshape all of those old belief systems and patterns and masks that we wear that prevent us from being truly who we are, like our amazing self. And that is what you are. You are amazing, you are a miracle, and you are enough right now. And if you listen to me babble on for long enough, I will tell you why. If you haven't done my 31-day challenge, it's free. I will link it at the end of this video and below. If you want to go on a journey with me, I did it at the beginning of this year, and it's called Living from Your Heart in a 3D World. So it's all about, like, when life gets lifing, how do you remember to come back and remember who you truly are? Anyway, it's 31 days of messiness and sickness, but we unpeel all those layers back to remembering who we truly are. And so the last time I recorded a video about the $10 million, I don't know, it's like a funny meme going around, and I've dug into it more on YouTube and stuff, and it's been used quite a lot. I just can't believe I've never heard it. So the premise is, I'll give you $10 million, but you can't wake up tomorrow. And so I don't think there's anyone that would take $10 million to not wake up tomorrow. And you're not allowed, and okay, all of you people, all y'all trying to like hack the system, you're missing the point. I have so many comments about like, well, I just won't wake up tomorrow. I'll wake up the next day. It's like, what about if I don't go to sleep? What about if I can give it to someone? It's like, you're missing the point. You can't do any of those things, because the point is to put a number on how much you value waking up tomorrow. So that is the point. Like, no one that I know would take $10 million today, and have a cracking afternoon, and then that's it, done. Because we want to live, like we want to experience life. Like, there's too much out there to enjoy and experience to trade it for an afternoon of fun. So just sit with that. It's like, my life is worth more than $10 million to wake up tomorrow. Just breathe into that. Like, we're putting a number. We are clearly defining, and like, you could make it 100 million. You could make it whatever million you wanted. I still don't think you're going to trade giving up living for the money. And it was just such a simple representation of how much life is worth. And then, like, so all the time, I just need this money. I just need more money. It's like, no, you don't need more money. You need more life. You need more life, not more money. And that might look like, you might think that money can buy you the life, but I think what I really want to talk about is grounding into the appreciation of what you already have. Because, and I don't know what the right word is it, we get deconditioned, something like our conditioning, like, we're always moving the goalposts, like in what, like how much money you need, then you just spend more. Like, I want to lose this much weight. Do you ever get to a weight and go, oh, I'm really happy? No, you always want more. You always want it differently. Oh, now I want that to be different. Now I've got the weight, but now I want my skin to be tighter, or my muscles to be bigger, or whatever it is. Like, we move the goalposts on ourselves all the time. And I think that's what this channel is all about. It's about actually just sitting in the now moment. And I know it's so cliche, but it is all that there is the now moment. Like, the past doesn't exist. So if you're carrying any resentments or baggage from that is not serving you to live to your most fullest, most beautiful life, dump them now. There's no point carrying them. And the future, it's great to have like aspirations for the future, but you can't live too much in the future. It's sort of like, I remember always, someone said this so well. It's like the sat nav. You've plugged in your destination, so you know where you want to go. But then we need to come back into the present, because if you're 5 steps ahead, you can't know where you're going right now. So the sat nav, the sat nav is, would you call it like your manifestations, your dreams, your desires? Like you do need to have them. You need to know what a beautiful life, like what you want to, I don't even want to say work towards, because work towards isn't the right word. It's more like how you want to live. And that can take some time to play out. So it's this game of like plugging in the sat nav and then like using your heart as the guidance tool to get you there. And that's what my challenge is about. It's about listening to your heart and living from your heart, but in a 3D world with all the real responsibilities. Like we have to pay rent, we've got to put fuel in the car, we've got to pick the kids up from there and drop them there and get them ready for school, and all of those real things. Like they don't go away, but it's how you're, like, where are you operating from going through life to get there. Does that make sense? So back on the appreciation and the appreciation factor is, and it's a little game I want you to play. We become just sort of like so, nonchalant's not the word either. It's sort of like we take them for granted. Like we take everyday things that we have for granted. Like I'll tell you an example. When we used to backpack in Asia in my 20s with my sisters, we had the best time ever. And it was really interesting how we realized you could actually just turn up to a destination. You didn't have to have accommodation booked, and there was all these like hostels and places. Oh God, I don't know, I can't talk. Maybe I'm not supposed to be telling a story, but I'm telling it anyway. We would just turn up, and we had our Lonely Planet guide. So I suppose that was a bit of like a pointing in the right direction. We knew from the guide we'll just go around these guest houses until we find a place. So we'd start in like a main-ish city, and we'd usually, backpackers don't get air conditioning. It's hot in Asia. That's okay. You get used to that. In the main city, you normally got a Western toilet, not the Asian toilet, but they will come later, the squat toilets. And you're like, okay, I don't need air conditioning in a hot, like where if you were in a hotel, you would have air conditioning. Don't need the air conditioning. You adjust. And then you might go out to the islands or something, and all of a sudden you don't have air conditioning, but now you don't have a Western toilet as well. So it's just like a hole in the wall, but you probably have like a shower and like a basin and things like that. And then I'm getting to the point, I promise. And then one time we turned up, it was like a beautiful little tiny island, no cars were allowed. And so we had obviously no air conditioning, we had no Western toilet, we had a squat toilet, but then we also didn't have a shower. We just had a bucket and a tap. And we were like, oh, and a story about scorpions getting into your shoes. So we were like, oh, okay, it's not ideal, but you can get the bucket and put water in it and splash it over your head. And after a couple of days, you're like into the swing of it, and you don't think twice about it. You're like, it's sort of, is that the word? You're deconditioned to the niceties of air conditioning and a beautiful bathroom, because you're having a great time. The beach is gorgeous. Like you're swimming. You're like, who cares if we have to put a bucket over our head with water and we don't have a proper shower? Like, my point being is, we take things for granted that we have that other people don't have. Running water, clean water, access to food that we can nourish our bodies with, like access to a working car. Like I said on the last video, my car stopped working, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my God. And then I'm so appreciative. I'm patting my car. And I was talking about how I pat my cottage. Like this cottage we live in, I am so appreciative of it. And that's what I want you to highlight. Like find the areas of your life that you are so in appreciation of. And like every time I get a wave of gratitude over my cottage, and it will be, I'm standing in the kitchen. Someone asked me, what are the walls made of that I pat? And it's like, I pat any part of the cottage, actually. I'll pat the bench, I'll pat the shelves, I'll pat the doorway. I just get this wave of appreciation. And like for like some that it used to happen as well with, or it does still happen. Like with my kids, or maybe you have a pet or something, you know, when you get that overwhelming surge of, oh my God, I love them so much. I'm so grateful that I have these beautiful children or this beautiful cottage or this beautiful dog or whatever. Like, we're not tapping into the beauty and appreciation of what we have now enough, because life gets so busy. Like, it's not your fault. Like, we have got, like, I've got 53 screens going always. I've got multiple apps. I've got 87 emails. Like, life is coming at you all the time. But the trick is to slow down in the present moment. I know, cliche, but slow down in the present moment and feel the appreciation of where you're at right now. So maybe you don't like how your body looks at the moment, but for example, if you ended up breaking your leg or something, I bet you wish you had the body that you have right now. It's just a matter of flipping your perspective and realizing, oh my gosh, I should be so grateful right now that my legs work. I'm not in a cast. I don't have crutches. Like, the things we take for granted are the ones that we can be in appreciation of right now. Like, that is what we're trading for the $10 million. Do you see what I mean? Like, working legs. I know that sounds so silly. I know I'm getting really off topic, but I suppose the point is manifestation. Everyone's saying you've got to be in gratitude and appreciation of where you are right now. Like, in total joy and bliss with what you have in this now moment. And only then can you get to where the sat nav is taking you. So just start noticing things. I remember I used to play a little game back in Australia when I was taking out the bins, because I've been a solo parent for forever, pretty much. And I always have to take out the bins. Well, the kids used to be too little, now they just don't. And I remember thinking every time I'd snap into like, oh God, I have to take the bins out, and I'd be like, and I was like, okay, no, snap it and reframe. And instantly I would just always have a catchphrase like, you are so lucky that you have bins to take out. So I would reframe it like that. And then with our housing crisis that we had here, we didn't have bins to take out for a little bit. And that is really stressful. So now I appreciate those bins even more. But so find the things where you're like even like, oh my God, I have to unstack the dishwasher again. You have a dishwasher? What? Like, you're not washing them by hand every day? Oh God, that brings back memories. When the kids were really little and we moved into a rental house after we'd lost everything, we being me and the kids, and we had no dishwasher for a year. And I'm not sure if you know how many little bowls and plates and spoons that little kids use, but toddlers, I mean, they use a lot. And I reckon we washed well, I washed up all day, every day, over and over and over and over again. I finally got a dishwasher, a secondhand one that a friend didn't need anymore. And then we got the notice that they were developing the property and we had to move out. So goodbye dishwasher. But long story short, the next house had one. But you get the point. It's like there's always going to be a situation that is less fortunate than the situation than you're in right now. So those are the things that we let go unnoticed. My daughter would like me to get her from school. They're the things that go unnoticed. That's the stuff I want you to start noticing and appreciating. Notice that you have running water. Notice that you have hot and cold water. Notice that you have a dishwasher or don't have a dishwasher. If you don't have a dishwasher, maybe you have running water and you don't have to go to the creek to wash the dishes. Like the simple basics. It's like, I always remember there's like a phrase. It's like when oh my God, I got to make the school lunches again. It's like, no, and I know another cliche is coming. Ready? Da-da-da-da-da-da. I get to make the school lunches. Because we're so frazzled and harried and rushed that we forget, oh my God, I get to make school lunches because I was so lucky to have these beautiful children that I brought into the world. Like, that is the reframing. Here she is again. I'm just going to silence her. She should know that when I don't answer, it's because I'm filming, but that's okay. Well, I suppose she shouldn't know. She'll figure it out in a second. And I will wrap this up, so I will pick her up. Otherwise, we might get more phone calls coming through. But now I've lost my thought. Obviously, it's not important. Whatever I was saying, do that. Like, life is busy. Take a breath and just look around you and see what you can be in appreciation of right now. I'm going to start us off with, I'm in appreciation that my car is fixed and works again, so I can now go and get my daughter from school. She won't talk to me on the way home and put her headphones in, but I have a beautiful daughter that I can pick up from school. So it's called the appreciation practice. And just find things that you take for granted and take it back a few steps and realize how grateful you truly are for them. Okay, love you lots. I better get my darling. Bye.